Well, of course, the wind's got to be howling again. Man, I can't catch a break. When I said meet me at the dock for the next episode, what happened was, got back over here, no problems. The freaking wind started kicking up, and I didn't get a whole lot done because with the wind, man, the video was terrible. It wasn't even worth watching. You couldn't hear anything, the wind blowing. And it's going to be like that again today. But look what I did. See where the two microphones are up front? I put pieces of that cloth band-aid over them. I did a couple of tests and it actually worked. If I keep the camera facing the wind, it's not bad. It really helped out a lot. But if I turn the camera around, it sounds like it's getting in through the side here somewhere. It just gets real intense, real loud. And there's a speaker right there. And you can't see what I'm doing in this stupid mirror. Anyway, let me run out here and explain what I did. So first and foremost, one thing that I always wanted to get done was this idle stop screw. The one that was in there didn't even make contact. It was too short. It wasn't even the right part, and it wasn't working at all. Wouldn't even touch. So I brought that with me that day to get it done. And I put that in first. The second thing I did was readjust my link and sync. You can see my fingernails need clipping. I can see that. You can see my mark on my cam is right in the middle of the roller. Resynced my carbs. And then ooh man, I gotta tighten that back up. I left that loose. That ain't good. It's not loose, but it's loose. And then the third thing I did was checked all my nuts and bolts. It went around the whole thing and tightened up anything that was loose. And fortunately, I couldn't find anything loose other than my carburetor nuts. Every one of them would, I get a half a turn on. I'm like, Jesus, this gasket, I'm gonna order a new one, get rid of that. Just routine maintenance. Took the fuel line filter off the pump. It was clean as a whistle, and I was almost gonna swap it. And I said, we'll wait and see what happens. Because the pump I had a brand new one, but it was the wrong configuration. So to use it, I would have had to have swapped the backs on it. So that's about all I got done. Then I took it for a run, which means absolutely nothing. And I was getting like, hit the throttle and it would give me a little like, and then it would kick in. So I messed around with my link and sync again. This piece of junk, man, wish I could replace this with something that you can adjust right here. I have one, I just got to get it all done. This thing, you pop this off and turn it. It's a pain in the ass, and I'm always afraid I'm going to break it popping it off. So I ran around, had that little bit of a, I guess you call it a little hesitation. It was just my fault with this thing. So that's about all I got done that day. And then all this crap with the storage unit happened, and I was running out of time. I had to make a quick decision. I had 1 week to get out of there, and pay another $170, finish the trailer, or just make a run for it, make a shot for it. And I said, damn it, let's do it. I'm going to take a shot, make a run. And I got out of there in 3 days. And, this is what happened. Well, guess who, ladies and gentlemen? Good old Captain Ron. What's up, Brother Love?
What's going on, Nick?
Oh, that's a sweetie.
Oh, yeah. What do you see? Well, you see the spark plugs. They were the ones that originally sold them.
The spark plugs?
Yeah.
You got more.
Here's some treat shit.
More work for me to do.
Here, go bury this somewhere.
Man, everything today is so funny because we're talking about titles and all that crap, right?
Yeah.
Then the guy who bought the 40 horse called me up, and that great boat that he got, he couldn't get the title for it. He was having trouble, and somebody in the wildlife department did the work for him, got him the title, and then he's using one of these types of controls on that 40. I said, yeah, I like them old school controls.
You got the cables, and that's the old style. I thought you were gonna put it on your boat.
I love them.
Now, here's all the parts. Here's just some treats. These are the brand new coils.
These look brand new.
The whole motor looks brand new. What are you looking at?
Oh, so you do have this?
I don't know if I put it in or not, but I did buy a new one.
Oh, good.
So one of them's new.
Well, which
They could both be good. I think it's the coils. You know why? Motor slowly kept losing spark. Every time I checked the spark, it was a
two
little...
coils bad at the same time?
Huh? Well, this motor's set for 20 years or more.
Well, we'll find out. Man, it's identical to the last one. Other than the
But it
power
ran
head.
just the way it came. We checked it for spark before I left this house, right? And it had spark. So I get home. It sat for a couple of days in the garage. So let me start it up. And of course, the first couple of pulls, I didn't have this on. I put this in there, and it fired up on the first pull. And she was running, but when you tried to get to higher speed, right? She'd kick out on you. She started dying. So
you've rewired this whole.
Yes, look.
Is it a mess?
The wires were so long that I made them a little longer. So this one here is the top plug. Everything's in there except a little bracket that holds all these wires together. It's in the bucket over there. And this is the new, whatever you call them, fucking things.
And still no spark.
No.
And you think
So I said, right,
this is the new one?
I think it is. The coils I would start with first, okay? Because
I'm going to put the whole thing together and start from there.
I think coils are the most subject things. If they sit for too long, just the humidity will fuck them up. That's fucking this motor's brand new.
All right, let me unlock the shed and get her in there, and then I got to go take my old man nap.
Your old man nap?
Old crazy Captain Ron. All right, so here I can just check this kill switch for continuity. Let's see what we got here. So it's open, off. It works. So yesterday, I had tore apart my entire shed, pulled everything out, rearranged it a little bit, cleaned it up, because I've got to get the heck out of that storage unit I've had for 6 years. They keep jacking the rates up, and they just sold the place, so there's probably going to be another jack up on the rates. I got 1 week to get the hell out of there. What I'm going to do today is take that motor Captain Ron brought over, see how quick I can get it up and running, and he can come pick it up because I need as much freaking room as I can get. And I wanted to have that little trailer built by now, and I haven't had a chance to even touch it. Ta-da! It's the little sister to the other Johnson 6. It's an 87, almost the same model number, but because it's a 4-horse, the model number's a little different, but they're both the CUD. Every time, almost every time, Captain Ron gets a motor, calls me up with the same problem over and over and over again. Not every motor, but a pretty good amount of motors. He goes, oh, I don't get it, man. I took this thing home, fired it up, had spark and everything, and ran. I went and started up again, no spark. I'm like, man, how does this keep happening? You know, it must be, I don't know, some kind of strange force in the atmosphere where he lives. I don't know. So I say, well, get the driver coil first. So he got the driver coil, put it in, still no spark. So then he got the power pack. And he said the new one was different than the old one. Anyway, he said he had to splice it all together and blah, blah, blah. Still no spark. So he's like, it must be the coils. You know, things been sitting for years. And they must have just drained out, died out. So he bought new coils in the box. So I'm going to put this whole thing back together and see if I can get it to run, because like I said, got to get it out of here. I need my room in that storage shed there. And the quicker I get rid of it, the better. Well, my spark tester is missing in action. Well, let's see if I can see this thing. Come on, baby, find me a spot. Yeah. I'm assuming that this is number 1, top cylinder. Well, I can't tell what's happening. It's bouncing around. I can't tell if there's a spark or if it's a small, weak spark or what. Let's try another plug. No, that ain't no spark, man. So at this point, everything is new. Coils, power pack, driver coil. What the hell is going on? Am I connected good here? No, nothing. Wow. Could this flywheel be demagnetized? Now, one thing kind of spooked me. You know how you have that ground wire? It comes from the power head to the pan. Well, there's a ground. It almost doesn't make any sense coming from the power head, but the way it looked, it even had the little star indentations from the, you know, that little star washer. It even had those indentations on it. I put it on the coil. That's the only location. I bet you that's what it is. This wire needs to be grounded to this pan. So you see what I'm saying? There's no other screw missing or, you know, bolt missing. This setup, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But that is not where it was at, but it could go there. I bet you that's it. So we take that damn thing out, see if I can find a spot for that ground. So you see that little star on there? And then if you look at this, it has the same markings on it. You know, I mean, it's a ground going to a ground. It doesn't make any sense. But where would it go? It really doesn't reach up here unless I loosen it and turn it, it'll reach. Or maybe it was supposed to go under here. Aha! That might be the ticket. Alright, let's take this off. That would be the only other logical place for it. See, there's one of them little star washers right there. That could have been making the marks. He took this out, replaced this. I can get it in under that spacer. As per the sure. Alright, let's see what we got now. There it is, man. There it is. Spark a frickin' Rooney. Holy macaroni. Unbelievable. That was a bit nice strong spark too. Thank God I didn't have to tear all this wiring and double check his wiring and stuff. That would have sucked. I don't know if it showed up on the camera or not, but we'll do it again. Oh yeah. Let's see what we got. Uh-oh. I couldn't see anything. Don't tell me. Yeah, I could see it, but it looked weak. Nothing compared to the bottom. Right? Let's do this again. That looked weak. Come on, work with me here. Freaking pain in the ass. I guess it's about the same. Boy, it sure looked brighter a minute ago, but it looks the same now. Wow, so happy. I'm so happy that's what the problem was. So double check, man, you got no spark situation? Check that friggin' ground. Yeah, it's the same. Scared me for a minute there. Alright, let's throw some freaking gas in it. Alright, here we go. Make sure I got everything on. You know, too, this thing does not have a P-hose. There's a lot of crap in there around the gasket. Boy, the overfill just flowed right out. Damn it, man. That means the float's, the needle's not seating. Choke. This is the problem with this thing, this damn.
You better stick around for the next episode of This Old Outboard, baby. Hoo hoo hoo. You know the channel.